Abstract Name Art. Hello, welcome to STEAM Art with Miss Carter. Hi. We're going to be drawing a little bit today and coloring, so remember to draw light till you know it's right, then you can go darker or trace it with marker. We're going to be doing our name art, so here's some name art I've done before. This is symmetrical name art, so it says Carter and it's repeated 8 times. And then this one was engineering name art and flat name art. Okay, I did this project before and I made some mistakes, so now I know what to do better. You need 2 pieces of paper, some scissors, some glue, and either a black marker or a black crayon. My black marker is kind of running out, so I'm going to use crayon for this. And crayon colors a little faster. Okay, one of the things I learned was this piece of paper is kind of big, so what I did was folded it in one paper in half, got 2 papers, and then I'm going to use this for my art and then this for my background. We need to fold it to get a square sheet of paper. You can make this bigger, it just takes longer. Okay, so we're matching up the short side to the long side, and then we'll cut off anything extra. That gives us a square. So it works with any rectangle shaped paper. And if you only have lined paper at home, it works on lined paper too. Okay, so I'm gonna do my art, and then let me make my one for my background the same way. Fold it down, cut off the extra. So both my pieces of paper are ready to go. Okay. Like always, when I do my name art, I'll do my last name. You can do your first name or your last name. I'm going to fix a mistake I made last time. Last time I kind of had my name float in the middle, and then when I colored it in, I was only able to do a couple of colors, whereas if I make it all the way to the edge, I'll be able to do more colors, and you'll be able to see what I mean. Okay, your project is going to end up looking something like this. So you see most of mine is blue-green, and I only have a couple of spaces of orange, and I want to make it so I can have more spaces of another color. That's why I want my name to go all the way from the top to the bottom. So I'm drawing my name all the way from the top to the bottom, and see how it doesn't touch there? When I make it darker, I will make it touch. Same thing with this one. I'll go like this and I'll make it touch all the way to the bottom. Make it tall. Tall T. Do I have enough space for my E and my R? All right. Now if you made your name too small, you can add a star or something at the end. Okay, I'm going to make it nice and dark, nice and thick, and then we'll move on to the next step. Tip: make your letters thick and have them touch the edges of your paper. Your project will still work if they're not thick and floating in the middle, but it'll look better if they touch the edge. You'll have more closed areas to color in later. Okay, then you take your name and we want to divide it into 16 equal squares. So you fold it in half. Now since I did with crayon, I'm going to be careful when I fold it so it doesn't accidentally press my name over to make symmetrical art. I only do that when I want to do it on purpose. And I'm going to fold it over again. So then I made 4 equal columns, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can fold it up, but I'm going to rotate it because I find it folding this way easier. And fold it again. This part is easier if your paper is bigger. The coloring is slower, with the bigger paper, but the folding is easier. Okay, then you want to cut so you have your 16 squares. I'm just going to cut it like this so as I can see it on the outside. My name isn't in the way. And then cut on all the little lines. Try to make them as even as possible so when you put it together you won't have to try to work out a jigsaw puzzle. Okay, then once they're all cut, you're going to place them onto your background paper. Now you could rearrange them and make them look how you want, see what you like, if you like the way that it looks, but I like to just make it random. I just put them all together and mix them up and then just lay them in whatever order I pull them out in. Is it super exciting watching me cut paper? Probably not, I know. Okay, so I have my pieces. I'm gonna mix them up so the parts aren't together. And the great part about this is it doesn't matter. It's abstract art, so you'll know that it was your name and that's what inspired you, but then you get to explain it to people and say, it's my name, it's abstract art. All right, so you have your background. You just place your papers on the background, and then you're going to glue them down. Now some of them on my first try, I glued them down some pieces better than others, and then other pieces as I was coloring they were like lifting up. Okay, so you want to glue this all down and then we're going to color it in. All right, for the coloring in part, of course, you can be creative and color it in however you want, but the way that I'm gonna do this activity is I'm gonna color in the coloring book spots, like the places that are sealed in, like right here, one color, and then I'm gonna color everything else another color. Now, there are certain places on my paper where it didn't go all the way to the end, so I'm just gonna make it like it's part of my letter, or I'm just gonna cut it off. And then just color it to the end. Make it look a little more uniform because I know I didn't cut my squares perfectly. Okay, so I'm gonna look for places that are like coloring book spaces that are blocked off. Those will get that color, and like right here, and then right here, and then look, oh, are we gonna count that as being, I think that one counts. Like this would be its own separate little section. And then this would be a section, and this would go up until here where it runs into black, and then around here, and then that doesn't touch, so the same color would run through around here and it would stop there. So you have to see, this one is cut off right there, so you have to see what you would do. So remember I said with my first time that I tried this, I didn't have many sections run into each other, so I only had 2 openings, or 2 closings I should say. All right, so I'm gonna find my closed off sections and then I'm gonna color in. Let's see how it turns out. Tip, use a scrap paper to help color the edges and not your table. Look at all those marks I have on my scrap paper that would have been on my table tray. I like to color laying on the floor, so I have my table tray so I have a hard surface to color on. And if you're being really careful not to color onto your table, the edges of your paper might not get colored as high quality as they should be. Done. When it's all done, you can rotate it around and see which way you like it best. Since it's abstract, there's no right way up. I think I like that one, and it gives me a nice space on the bottom to sign my name. And then I'll put a 20 because I made it in 2020. Hope you liked it. Please share what you come up with. Thanks for working with me.